Hey, this is Dereck Arreguin in Northern California with one of the top earners inside of the Numis network, the Lovetts, and sitting right next to me is Dave. And what I'd like to do is actually ask him the story of about how he got started in his business and everything that basically brought him out of retirement, because he used to be an industry legend in another company as well. So really quick, without further ado, quick little story, background on what brought you out of retirement.
Oh, sure. Well, first of all, let's talk about being in retirement, because I think it's more fun than actually just coming out of retirement. I look back over my career. 1983, I actually got started in a company that was about 3 or 4, I guess, competition-wise in the entire industry. At the time, back in the early 80s, there weren't a lot of people out there doing anything, but I was a real estate agent. And I was a good real estate agent, one of the top guys in my Northern California area, but I was working all the time. I would go to work, I'd come home, I'd have to go back to work, come home, and that went on for 5, 6, 7 days a week. And the bottom line was, even though I was one of the top guys in the area, I ended up not making really a lot of money. So I was always behind the 8 ball. So one of my friends introduced me to this great industry and said, you'd probably be pretty good at it. So I tried it out. And I was really lousy at it. I mean, I was really lousy at it. I couldn't figure out how to make this thing work. I talked to people and nobody would get in. And I literally, I talked to probably, 50, 60, 70 people or so, and nobody got in. Finally, someone got in. And then from that point on, it was like gravy for me. It just started moving from there and started growing like that. And by 1983, 5 years later, I had pulled the plug on my real estate office. I was done. I walked out for the very last time, and Dereck, I have never been back again.
That's incredible.
I've never done anything else but be in that one company the entire time. So I basically, all the things they talk about on residual income actually happened to me. You build it, it gets massive, it goes around the world. The sun never set on my business. And today, it's the same way. It's still big and massive and like this. And I had retired and pulled the plug and done some other things, sat around. We live on a golf course, so it was nice watching the golfers lay up in front of our house and stuff like this. But all of a sudden we realized that with the crash, literally this great recession that we call kind of a mild depression, there are a lot of people out there that weren't as fortunate as we were to be able to do some stuff. We saw our investment company shut down voluntarily on our part. But we started looking at other people that were devastated by the entire thing that took place. They weren't just shutting down a company, they weren't being able to live anymore. And we knew we had a special skill to empower people, to help people out, to help them through the process, to believe in themselves again. And I went on a look around the industry to see what was out there. Lo and behold, Numis showed up. Real assets, places to get cash flow, tremendous, tax benefits. I said, wow. What a package they have. Got me intrigued.
Absolutely.
Got me intrigued. I don't know why it got me intrigued. It really did. I fell in love with the owners, and I believe that everything rises and falls on leadership. And the leadership was stellar. I came back out of retirement, started building it, and I only know how to build it one way, and that's the old-fashioned way. You talk to people. Now, I believe in the internet, and I believe that it's cutting edge, and I think it's absolutely important, but we always have to remember there's people. And there are people watching this video right now that want to know if it's real or not.
Well, it is a person-to-person people business.
Yeah.
So, absolutely.
And the people that are listening to it need to know that you're dealing with real lives here, and we're serious. Making fun is serious business. We have a lot of fun, but it's really serious. And we're dealing with a pristine product. We're dealing with a pristine company. We've got a great vision right now, and we're literally going to take over the entire industry. We're poised right now to do whatever we want to do, and I appreciate you even getting a chance to kind of share with some people what we're kind of going on. But the industry is just nothing like it. You put it together properly the first time, like us, you'll be able to have decades of income coming in.
Absolutely, and don't forget either that it's important to be a part or ahead of trends. And right now, I'm sure you probably are already aware of, but gold and silver, precious metals, assets, and collecting assets is a large trend right now. And you brought up a good point earlier in the meeting that we had earlier today. That you ask yourself what the rich are actually buying right now for themselves, and that's totally comprised of assets. So you know, it's really alignment, if you want to say, of like the stars. It's a perfect opportunity, a perfect time to really consider where your future really, you know, lays, or where it's, you know, headed. So I wanted to ask you a quick question.
Sure.
You know, you got started in this industry years ago.
Right.
And, you know, back then it wasn't very popular. Right now, you know, this industry is gaining a lot of momentum. My question to you is what was the I don't want to say selling point, but I guess you could be called a selling point of why it made so much sense now, and why it makes so much more sense now, right now, or why it made so much sense then, and why now is even more important.
Oh, well, exactly. Well, now more than ever, we realized how valuable our residual income really was. That when you can put together a stream of income that continues to come in, regardless of the economic conditions going on in the United States or other part of the world. When you've got what I've always referred to, little bitty Coca-Cola machines spread all across the world. Everybody just doing a little bit. That little bit coming back to you adds up to be a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And it's consistently spread out through different regions, through different states, through different counties, different cities, different countries, different localities, different, financial areas, that it balances all out. When something's kind of down over in this one part of the world, it's strong over here.
That's incredible.
And
when you think about it that way.
so you start getting a feel of that, and most people are myopic. They look at their one little situation and say, oh, well, I just don't know if I have time to do that. Well, we've had 30 years of residual income. I don't know what that would be a power for someone else to be thinking about, but even if you only made $1,000 a month, but it came in for 30, 40 years, how powerful is that really, that concept? So that the same dream that I had back in 1983 is the same dream I know people would like to have today. They don't have retirement. Their monies are crashing. Their real estate's already crashed. They know that. Some people are too old right now to even put in the energy to get it back. Mm-hmm. If they're new and fresh and young and built like you and strong and going like this, that's a whole different story too. But at the same time, somewhere you want to pull the plug.
Yep.
And you want to know it's keep coming in. Well, what better commodity to be able to sell, to buy, and to hold than precious metals?
Absolutely.
5,000 years recorded history, it's always been in vogue.
Yep. Absolutely. And that brings up my final question for you.
Yeah.
I mean, everything you just heard is so incredible. It really is. I mean, think about having decades of residual income that comes in over and over and over again. And it's not just the same, it grows. So, you know, you've had decades of freedom that some people only think about. My question to you is what is it like every single day knowing that you wake up with your own agenda and everything that you have set, your own future, your own daily path, you get to orchestrate that? What does that feel like every day?
It's so funny you should say that, because I found myself, even though I've re-engaged, some of my old habits are still there from being retired. We still get up when we want to get up. We don't use an alarm clock. We just get up whenever we get up. Sometimes we get up at 9 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes we get up at 7:30 in the morning.
Get up when you're done.
And the same thing going to bed at night. We go to bed when we're ready to go to bed. I mean, it's just kind of when you're tired. We fall asleep on the couch. There's no time we got to turn out the light because we got to get up the next morning. The only time we set our alarm is when we have to go to the airport to go take a plane to go on a trip somewhere. Mm-hmm. And we try to schedule our trips when other people aren't traveling, because it's less people we have to deal with. When we want to go to a movie, we can go to a movie in the afternoon. You, as an internet marketer, you understand it's kind of real flexible. But if I don't want to do anything for a week, I don't have to be concerned with it. I don't have to go write my blog. I don't have to put an article together. I don't do that. I just do what I want to do. And right now I'm in the mode of helping a lot of people. But guess what? There'll be a time when I'll be glad to help them, but I'm going to be back to my old habits, playing tennis and playing more golf. Right now I'm working hard.
Yeah.
But I'm still got bad habits. I mean, I still take lunch. We still play back together in the afternoon. We still watch the golfers play up. We still kind of travel when we want to. It's just kind of a neat little lifestyle. You know, it's really the best kept secret in the world.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. And you know, if you're watching this right now and you're sitting on the fence, just realize that, look, when anybody jumps in this industry for the first time, or maybe they've had prior experience with this industry, it's never going to be easy, anything you ever do. So obviously we don't want to give that message right off the bat. There is going to be hard work, but listen, we're a family, we're a community here inside of Numis, and you're watching this video right now because we have enough confidence and belief in you to go and create that kind of lifestyle. So I wanted to say thank you so much for sitting down and having this awesome little interview with me, and I look forward to the years and everything else that we're going to build together in this business, in this company. So
Dereck, I look forward to working with you, and I just want to, my favorite slogan in the business is, life's too short for a full-time job.
I love it. Awesome. Thank you so much. And thank you for watching. Once again, if you're on the fence, just contact the person that led you to this video. Make sure you speak with them, ask them how you can get started, or maybe even find out more information. And with that, I'd like to say thank you one more time and then say adios.
Adios.